So what if I told you one simple habit with the Kroger mobile app could help you save around $50 per trip to the gas pump? Today I'm going to show you exactly how I use digital coupons, 4 times fuel points, and a simple two-car strategy to save serious money on gas. The best part, I'm not talking about buying extra stuff you don't need. I'm talking about earning fuel points on things you were already planning to buy. Hey everybody, this is Tim Dial, mortgage coach, and welcome back to my weekly Beat Inflation series, where I share simple ways to save money on everyday expenses. This week, we're talking about how to save money on gas using the Kroger mobile app, Kroger digital coupons, and 4 times fuel points. The key is to open your Kroger mobile app, go to the digital coupon section, and look for the 4 times fuel points coupon. Kroger often has digital coupons where you can earn 4 times fuel points on Friday purchases every Friday. And they also often have 4 times fuel points on gift cards. But you have to actually go into the app and clip the digital coupons before you shop. If you don't clip it, you may miss out on the extra points. And you also have to make sure you use the correct coupon when you're purchasing. Here's the basic idea. If you shop at Kroger on Friday and use the 4 times fuel points digital coupon, you can earn fuel points much faster on groceries and qualifying purchases. Then, if Kroger has the 4 times fuel points digital coupon for gift cards, you can also earn fuel points by buying gift cards for places where you already know you're going to spend money. For example, let's say you already plan to eat at a local restaurant this week. Instead of paying at the restaurant with your debit card or credit card, you could buy a gift card at Kroger using the 4 times fuel points digital coupon, then use that gift card when you eat out. You didn't spend extra money, you just changed the way you paid for something you were already going to do and already going to buy. This can also work for places like Top Golf or other entertainment you already have planned, where you can buy those gift cards at Kroger's. The important thing is only buy gift cards for places you already plan to use very soon. That way you don't forget about them. Don't buy random gift cards just to get fuel points. That's not saving money. That's just spending more money. Now let me show you why this matters. About a month ago, gas was around $3.69 per gallon. But using Kroger Fuel Points, I was able to get gas for $2.09 per gallon. That's a savings of about $1.60 per gallon. This past week, gas prices had come down due to certain factors like oil prices coming down due to the war, having a negotiated settlement. And so when oil prices came down, gas came down to about $3.19 per gallon where I live. But using fuel points, I was able to get gas for $1.69 per gallon. That's a savings of $1.50 per gallon. When you multiply that by a large fill-up, the savings can be huge. So let me tell you about the two-car strategy that I use. Here's one of the biggest tips. Kroger will allow you to use fuel point discounts up to 35 gallons per transaction. But you have to pump it all at once. You have to pump it all at one time during that same trip to maximize the discount. So what I normally do is I take my car and my wife drives her car to Kroger at the same time. I pull in behind her. So we pull one vehicle in behind the other vehicle. She fills up her car first. She pulls it forward. I pull mine in and I fill it up. That way we are using close to the full 35 gallons as possible instead of wasting part of the discount on just one smaller fill up. We also make sure that the cars are close to empty before we do this. When I do that, I normally save around $50 per trip to the pump. That's real money. For example, if you save $1.50 per gallon and you pump around 33 gallons between two vehicles, that's almost $50 in savings. If you save $1.60 per gallon and pump close to 35 gallons, that can be over $50 in savings. That's why using the full gallon limit matters, or get as close to it as possible. Or maybe you have a child who drives now and you have 3 cars, and maybe you don't wait until you get almost empty. But if you pull all 3 cars in together, you can still get close to that 35-gallon limit and maximize your savings. However, if you only pump 12 or 15 gallons, you may still save money, but you're just not getting the full value of the discount. Either way, the key here is to save as much as possible. Here's where it becomes powerful. You can stack this strategy by being intentional. First, clip the Kroger digital coupons in the mobile app. Second, shop on Friday with the 4 times fuel points coupon. Third, buy gift cards only for places you already plan to spend money during the days they offer the 4 times fuel points when buying gift cards. Sometimes that will be all weekend. Fourth, wait until you have a strong fuel points discount built up. Usually it takes 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 shopping sessions if you shop weekly. Fifth, when you go to the pump, try to use as much of the 35-gallon limit as possible on the number of vehicles you have available. That's how I'm able to save around $50 per trip to the pump. Here's another example. Let's say your family already plans to eat at a restaurant that runs a special on a certain day of the week, just like the video I did last week for a Waffle Wednesday, for instance. If Kroger sells a gift card to that restaurant and you're planning to eat there anyway on that special discount day during a family meal deal or half-price appetizers or Waffle Wednesdays or some other kind of weekly special, you could buy a gift card for the restaurant at Kroger during a 4 times fuel point gift card promotion, then use that gift card when the restaurant is already running a special. Now you are saving in 2 places. You're getting the restaurant special and you're also earning fuel points that can help lower your gas price later. That's how to beat inflation. It's not about one massive change. It's about making smarter decisions with the money you already are going to spend and making every dollar you spend go further. What is inflation after all? Inflation basically just means you can buy less with the money you have. Using this strategy, you're able to buy more with the money you have, as if it's still 2019 prior to COVID and the inflationary move higher. A few important reminders. Number 1, use the Kroger mobile app and make sure you actually clip the digital coupons. Number 2, check the coupon details because offers can change and there may be limits, exclusions, or specific dates. Number 3, only buy gift cards for places you already plan to use soon. Number 4, when redeeming fuel points, remember that Kroger allows up to 35 gallons. But you do have to pump it all in one trip to get the most out of the discount. And number 5, if you have 2 vehicles or 3 vehicles in your household, consider taking them all to the pump at the same time to maximize your savings. So here's your action step for the week. Open the Kroger mobile app, go to the digital coupons, and look for the 4 times fuel points offer. Clip the digital coupon, plan your Friday shopping, and think about any gift cards you could buy for spending you're planning on doing anyway. Then, when you have enough fuel points built up, try to maximize your fill-up and use as much of the 35-gallon limit as possible. You can build up these fuel points over 2 or 3 weeks, and then when you really need gas, use the app when you're really low on gas on multiple cars. This is one of my favorite ways to beat inflation because it's simple, repeatable, and the savings can be big. I saved around $50 in one trip to the pump on each of my last 2 trips, and that's money that can go toward groceries, bills, savings, or anything else your family needs. If this video helped you, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and follow along for more weekly tips on how to beat inflation. Watch the previous weeks if you haven't done so yet, and I will have another great tip on how to beat inflation next week. And drop a comment below. Once you use the strategy, please come back and drop a comment on how much you saved using fuel points. Also, if you have any great money saving strategies or tips that you'd like to share on how to beat inflation, please share them in the comments and we might use them in a future episode. Thanks for watching and be sure to check out episode 4 next week.